Hi Aquarius, we're going to do your reading. So I wanted to stop during the pre-shuffle because I felt like something was coming through and I wanted to get down to the bottom of it, and then we'll lay out a love spread. So this could or could not, doesn't have to do with your reading or your love spread that we're going to lay out, but I felt something really strong coming up here about motion forward. So the Wheel of Fortune is about forward motion, blessings, everything moving along. We have this path. When we get off our path, we could miss out on blessings. If we don't get back on our path, sometimes that Wheel of Fortune, gets sluggish, slowed down. I want to add a little bit of a disclaimer. It's never really, well, I don't want to say it's never right or wrong, but I think it's important to not look at things as right and wrong. It's helpful to look at things more like a journey and just part of the growth, part of the lesson. So rather than I did this wrong or I did that wrong or I shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's more about, it's a healthier mindset to say, oh, well, that didn't work, or this doesn't feel right, or this isn't getting me where I want to be. So I'm going to redirect. Okay, it's all about course correcting. So here it looks like we have focused attention, we have a Tower, and we have King of Pentacles. So something going on with financial stability and motion forward. So remember, a lot of times we get stuck because we feel like we did something wrong or somebody wronged us. So try to adjust that thinking to more of, that didn't work, or that's not working, or that doesn't feel good. So redirect your path, redirect yourself back on track, back on path, course correct, okay? Rather than getting hung up on the right and wrong, because it's always a journey. You could do everything right and then one day do something wrong. So what does that mean? You lost everything you did right? No, it's always a journey. So here we have Ace of Wands, so a passionate new beginning, right? And then the Star card, which is wishes. It's also healing, but it's hope. But look at that. It's like somebody is shut down. There's a need for a new beginning. There's a new beginning energetically, but something's not happening for some reason. There's a sense of inaction. Here we have it again, Ace of Cups, new love. Somebody may be coming in offering that cup. New beginning. And like I said, we're going to lay out a spread. I know you guys want a love spread, so we'll do that. But this is starting over, starting anew. And then look at this. The Hangman in reverse. I like that. This is outcome, right? There is I feel like this could go either way. Like you're in a position right now, possibly where you could, stay complacent or maybe put too much emphasis on what to do or what happened or trying to know the answers before you take. There's just a strong vibe I'm picking up on a need to take action. I don't think it's probably towards your love interest. I think it's probably towards your purpose or your health or something like that. Okay, so painful ending. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is when, something comes to crashing halt. Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift. It could be an apology, but I mean, it's like, doesn't that look so appealing? This is like a seed planted, a new venture, a new beginning, something that can turn into something very stable. I messed up my grid. Okay. Your person's energy, Temperance. So this, lately I've been getting feeling a lot of maybe trying to not drink as much or something like that with the Temperance card. But Temperance is patience and balance. It could also be enlightenment, but that's a beautiful, beautiful card, Sagittarius energy. Wow, wanting a return. Somebody wants to return. Or this is also fond memories, thinking about the past. Sweet, that's my favorite card in tarot, isn't that darling? Very sweet. Also, sometimes people think of it as children. But when we look at your person's energy, they're coming up strong. it looks like you've got some inner turmoil. It looks like there was a painful ending. The overall vibe here, energy for the reading is a stable new beginning. And they're looking at things, you know, trying to normalize things, maybe make things right, balance things out. There's that Eight of Pentacles again. Interesting. How they view the situation, that's focused attention. And there she is again. How about that? So you might be getting mixed messages from this person. What you don't see behind the scenes, we have Eight of Wands. That is communication or fast forward motion. High Priestess. So Tarot's advice, the High Priestess, is follow your instincts, follow your intuition. You know the answer. I'm sorry I keep bringing this up, but I know you guys are, this is a love reading. Your person wants to come back. You may be confused. There is a lot of love here. Whether or not they're showing it, I'm not sure. But they are trying to balance things out. Looks like you have strong communication coming. Definitely a return. But your High Priestess, your inner knowing. Somebody named Bill, maybe. Okay, so cycle completion. So this makes me very happy in the outcome. Cycle completion is, the World card is cycle completion, so closing something out. Now remember, that's always a choice. We can stay stuck if we want to, but I feel like there's a strong, it could go either way here with something major in your life and the ability to, or the pushing yourself. What am I saying? Knight of Swords. I'm just going to get some clarifiers. Yeah, stalemate. So this is exactly what I'm saying. Inability to move forward, maybe by too much focus on things that are unknown. You may be watching too much tarot. You know, tarot, don't let tarot be a crutch or cripple you into moving forward because you're trying to get the answers. You know, in life, we're not supposed to have all the answers. All the answers will not come out in tarot. The answers that, you know, there's things that we have to make happen ourselves. So don't get caught in the tarot trap of, well, as soon as I find the right reading and understand what's going to happen, then I'll know what to do. You got to go within, into your inner guidance system. And tarot really should just confirm what you already know. The Six of Wands, that's victory, success, and justice. So it's kind of like, I'm feeling kind of a purpose here. There could be some purpose or success that you are meant to have that could go either way based on whether you take action or not. Why do I keep feeling not happy? Not happy. There's your Star card. There's confusion. And here's the Emperor. It's like, is this love connection, waiting on this love connection holding you back from doing something that you really want to do? Or being somebody that you really want to be? You know, being the Emperor that you know you are. Let's see what's going on with them again. They're going to come forward. They're going to communicate. Why do we have the... Why do we have the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords? Holding back. Yeah, okay. So Aquarius, if you're waiting for this to happen before you move forward, if you're feeling, it's like a feeling frozen. So there's a strong necessity to take action. Yes, it looks like your person's coming back, and we can get more. Maybe it is a twin flame. I was feeling Empress, and we got the Emperor. So here's Four of Wands, foundation. You know, I feel strongly, this is, you know, maybe not a very popular reading, but I feel strongly that this is only one aspect of your life. If you think that this relationship is going to make you happy while you're not accomplishing or satisfying the other areas of your life, I think that's a false belief. There's the Empress. I just said, I feel the Empress. So yeah, it could, wow. Okay, you may be waiting for your heartbreak to end before you reach your full potential. This is definitely, you know, higher level of relationship. The Hierophant could be marriage, counseling, Taurus energy. We have Libra, we have Aries, we have Aquarius. We have Sag, strong Sag. We have Libra, strong Libra. We have all the elements. I'm just telling you, major arcana. So if you think that, you know, it's like, I feel like you know your value, you know your worth, but for some reason, what's going on here is, it's like you almost feel like, well, your happiness depends on this. And that's a backwards approach. This is probably going to come around, but you're still not going to be happy until you create your happiness in the other areas of your life. There's something great you were meant to be, do, have, something like that. Let's look at an oracle. These are usually amazing at pulling everything together. So it's like a feeling of complacency, like an excuse, like, well, I'm sad about this, so I can't do X, Y, Z. Ugh, you guys are going to get mad. I'm sorry, don't get mad at me. Or it's just, there's an element of excuses. Take a time out. Sweet results await. Let's look at that, take a time out, because that's not really what I was getting. Let's see what that is. In case I'm missing something. 28. It says take a nap. Okay, so maybe this is something you need to take a time out from worrying about the results, because it says sweet results await. I'm not sure, you'll have to apply this, how it works. There's a time to act and a time to focus your attention on patient strategizing. The arrival of brown bear spirit signals you're best served for foregoing hard work towards your goals at this moment, opposite of what I was saying. Take the time to meditate or just take a nap so you can refresh yourself and begin planning what you want to co-create next. Come to know the lay of the land as you contemplate and imagine what you might do in this vast space of possibility before you, and begin forming a plan. Remember, sleep allows for dreaming and rest allows for clear-headed strategizing. So this could work both ways. You could be sleeping too much. Only you know that. You could be sleeping not enough. But this is, you know, it's about clearing your head and strategizing. How might you become the person you wish to be and experience whatever your heart desires? Insights will help arise as you explore the possibilities and begin envisioning your plan. Knowing what you want will ensure that you use your energy wisely in the days ahead. Be patient at this time. Relax and be calm and peaceful so you can recharge. The call of action will come. So maybe you guys are so, you know, dwelling on what's going on with your person. It's like it might be crippling. So let's see. Let's see what Beast Spirit says. Sweet rewards are on their way if you're willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Beast Spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Spirit is always producing honey, miracles, and magic are everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, You are buzzing and in exquisite harmony with all. Bee Spirit asks that you focus on connectivity. Your body, your heart, your whole, your soul, your whole. Your body, your heart, and your whole. Your soul. And psych experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you self-forget, when you remember that you're part of a greater unified consciousness. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential. You become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of bee spirit. So these are total opposites. Fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself, your heart opens and creativity rushes through you seemingly without effort as you experience that nothing feels like work. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as the hives support you in the making of honey. So, magical results are taking form and will be sweeter than you expect. Okay, so I think there's just a strong element here about taking action. Let me get and not letting this, don't delay. There's something great and wonderful that you're going to be doing. Yes, your person's coming back. Okay, yes, they're coming back. But it's not going to scratch that itch or satisfy that need to do something. And if you're waiting for this person to join you in this venture or this project or this purpose, I would say get started without them. You play a vital role in the situation or relationship dynamic. Your involvement has a greater purpose than you may realize. So maybe you're waiting for somebody else to take the lead. But there's, the perfection can also turn into or equate procrastination. You have the gift of seeing, hearing, and sensing intuitively. Continue to develop your abilities. Tune up and maximize your energy flowing through your body for overall well-being. So this is really good timing. Gosh, I think you guys get this in every reading I pull this deck. Let go of outdated and ineffective beliefs. Look, the candle burnt out. Sometimes I can make it come back on. Okay, so, yeah, that sounds crazy. Okay, so, Aquarius, there's something holding you back that shouldn't be. It might be tied to this relationship, but you're going to be happier, more satisfied. This relationship's going to be stronger. Everything's going to be better when you take the action that you're supposed to be taking and stop waiting for either perfection or someone to join you or happiness and heartbreak to be resolved, okay? All right, I hope you're not too mad at me. I love you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. And also just love to hear where you're watching from. And I will see you soon. Bye, Aquarius.